Hi, I'm Frank Wiegers. Welcome to TopGunLove.com.
I'm Judith Clare. Today we're going to talk about how men and women differ in conflict.
So, when I was in Vietnam, of course, it was all about conflict. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to get out of the war business and into the love, sex, and relationship business.
When you talk about relationship, the minute you say that word, there is conflict implied. You're two different people, whether you're husband and wife, whether you're mother and child.
Or boss employee, or
brother and sister, whatever. So it's really, really, really important to understand how to resolve conflict, particularly in an intimate relationship where it can get so hot.
Because you're there in this crucible with each other.
That's true.
So all relationships go through conflict, and harmony, disharmony, and repair. It's a constant cycle that never ends. So learning how to deal with the disharmony part before it gets out of hand is vitally important.
Yep. And men and women are so different.
So what happens for a woman in conflict?
Well, for a woman, cortisol, which is the stress hormone that both men and women feel, goes directly to the worry center of her brain. That's why men think that women always worry, 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 worry. We do. Also, estrogen magnifies the cortisol, which means when there's a fight, it builds and builds and builds and builds. What the woman wants to do is stop that horrible feeling right now. And the way she wants to stop it is by processing it.
Talking. Never lets up. And of course, the guy, meanwhile, is angry. And when a guy gets angry, he gets a shot of testosterone. And the testosterone goes right to the aggression center in his brain. And that gives him another shot of testosterone, which makes him angrier because it's gone right to the aggression center of the brain, which creates another shot of testosterone. And of course, now he's enraged. And when he's enraged, there's no way that he's going to resolve anything except by being violent and angry. And we don't want that.
No. So do what we do. What do we do, Frank?
When a guy's enraged, he has got to take space. And that's hard for a woman to...
It's really hard because she has all this pumping cortisol.
She wants to work on it, and
right.
He's got to cool down. He can't possibly work on it. So guys, when you take space, don't just walk out and slam the door. Let her know that you really want to resolve the conflict, but you've got to go cool off. You'll be back in an hour or whenever, however long it takes, to chill out and then say, I'll be back and we'll work it out.
This is a really big deal for men and women to understand about each other, because if they can have that understanding and the compassion for each other's position, that enables them to give the space or understand why she's worried, why she's trying to talk about it, and just put their focus on how to solve it.
Well, the other thing too is a lot of times these happen in the evening, like getting ready for bed.
Yes.
And, if it's 11 o'clock and the guy is, really gone already, and he's got to get up at 6 or 5 or whatever, and he's got a big day tomorrow, there's no way he's going to be able to process that. So you got to say, guys, honey, I really want to solve this. I really want to work with you, but I cannot do it tonight. Can we pick this up at the first opportunity tomorrow?
And you do.
And guys do that. And women, you've got to give him the space to do that.
Absolutely.
The other thing I wanted to say, I don't think we talked about the fact that when women get so fully loaded with cortisol, that it takes a long time for that cortisol to dissipate.
6 hours.
And so what happens, even though you think you've resolved the conflict, she's still cortisol driven and won't stop. So you guys understand, well, why is she still after me? Didn't we just clean this up? It's because she's still under the effects of cortisol. So give her some space.
If you like what you've heard,
please give us a comment or hit the share button and share this with somebody else so that we can all learn from it.
Happy landings.
Happy landings.